her pregnant, so they had to get married or go to jail, either one. So
how old was this girl at the time?
Younger than Brenda.
17-year-old cellmate? That's weird. That's strange.
Her stepmother is younger than her.
And that sort of raised a lot of eyebrows.
Is that, is he a pedophile? Who knows?
And so they got married and had a daughter, and shortly after that Sheila left the daughter with Wally.
We met Brenda's half-sister, who lives with her father Wallace. She was friendly and currently studying sociology at the University of California, but she didn't want to speak on camera about her half-sister or father.
And I'm thinking, no, I don't, maybe they're not normal suburbanites.
We know, I mean, one of my experts did get out of Brenda that she had shared the same bedroom with him for quite some time. But he also mentioned, and she mentioned, that she would come in and sort of fondle his hair.
Were you ever aware that they used to share a bed?
Yes. Unfortunately, I am. And actually, he didn't have much furniture. I think they slept on a mattress on the floor.
In Brenda Spencer's parole hearing, her relationship with her father became the focus of the Commissioner's inquiry.
Now, in regards to your family, are you still in contact with any of your family?
I'm still in contact with my father.
What's your relationship with your father?
We've gotten to be friends.
And that was not the case when you were younger?
No, when I was younger, we had a lot of problems. There's a lot of abuse.
What do you remember in regards to abuse by your father?
I remember being hit in the face a lot, being hit in the ribs, being yelled at, called names. I remember him coming home from work and being all mad and smacking me in the head, and I don't know, different nights when he would just almost raped me.
When you say almost, what do you mean almost?
Well, it was like that, like he did.
I don't understand.
Like he would touch me inappropriately. I don't know how to say it.
Were you ever aware about being abused by her father, Wallace?
No, I wasn't. I had suspicions after they moved over there and that, but she would never really tell me.
Why did you have suspicions?
Just the way she would be acting, and very evasive if you asked her anything, and it wasn't her. So I knew something was wrong.
You know, the more sort of what I gathered from everything I knew about the family was that Brenda was the dad's pet.
I mean, were you never ever tempted to try and fight for custody and get her back and say, well, I'm worried about her, I think there may be an unhealthy relationship with her father developing?
No, I couldn't really afford the attorney that I'd have to get and what have you to do it.
Obviously, your father was given custody of all siblings. Did you get to see your mother much?
Not a lot.
What was your relationship with your mother at that time?
Well, Sometimes I'd stop by her house, but she didn't much seem to care to see us or anything.
No, that's not true. I'd see her maybe once a week, and then she'd come over and spend a part of the weekend with me. And I'd come home from work, and she'd be sitting at the door waiting for me to come home. So we'd talk and what have you.
Okay, but she wasn't able to get a letter to us this week? All right. I thought you told me you weren't in contact with her anymore.
I haven't been lately,
Well, how
but
long
in the
this lately?
past I have. It's been about 5 years since I talked to my mom.
5 years?
Brenda did start having problems at school, and they did send her to a special school. And I had one interview with one of the people, and they did say at that time that she was kind of suicidal.
What age was that? What age was that?
It was just probably a few months before the Christmas that he bought her the gun.
And did you ever talk to Brenda about why she started having problems at school, or how she might have been possibly suicidal?
No, I never did. So I figured her father would take care of it and, you know, keep an eye on her.
Brenda's father, Wallace, was inside the house, his van parked in the driveway. But when I went to the house, he told me to go away and leave him alone.
Since the day of the shooting on the 29th of January 1979, Wallace Spencer has remained silent. We delivered a handwritten note through his letterbox explaining that we had been at his daughter's parole hearing. Unexpectedly, and much to our surprise, he agreed to speak to us on camera, but only if the interview took place in his garden and we didn't enter the house. It was a strange experience. Just as we were about to start the interview, children started coming out of the school across the road.
Wallace, there are some people who say that you were responsible for the shooting because you bought her the gun for Christmas. What would you say to those people?
Well, I'd say it's, you know, it's none of their damn business, but I bought a rifle for her Christmas because I thought she was ready for that, and we used to go up in the mountains, and she used to target shoot up there.
So, did Brenda ask for a gun for Christmas?
No, she didn't.
Dot said you shouldn't have given her the gun because she thought that Brenda had become suicidal. Did you think Brenda had become suicidal?
No, I had not seen any grounds for that. I don't know where that statement came from. You know, how do you know if somebody's suicidal or not? I don't know.
Can you remember how you felt that day?
Well, I was devastated by it, you know. I mean, I just kind of fell apart myself. It just blew me away.
I call him a loner. He didn't like to mingle with people. He didn't want to go to football games or baseball games. He'd just as soon stay home.
And what was home life like before you got divorced?
It was good. It was a happy home. The kids were happy.
This is me. This is my son Scott. This is daughter Teresa, and this is Brenda. I think she's about 10. She's really tiny and pretty cute.
So just a regular American suburban family? Why did you get divorced? What happened?
The story had it that I was seeing another woman, but that was just a rumor. It was not true.
And how come all the children stayed with you? That's unusual. They normally stay with the mother.
Well,
when
I went to court and I fought for custody, you know.
Why did you want custody?
Well, because I love my kids, you know. I wanted to keep them. I wanted to raise them myself.
Dot said you wanted custody of the children because you were too mean to pay child support.
Well, oh, jeez. Well, I've heard several stories, but I went to court to fight for custody because I love my